Jason, we're joined here on today's show with one of your longtime clients and the co-owner of Lake Martin Mini Mall. This guy's grown his company by 70%. Can you believe it?
Oh, I can believe it. Jason Lett is a beautiful human being, one of my favorite human beings ever made.
Folks, if you want to grow your business, you need to hear today's show.
Get ready to enter the Thrive Time Show.
We started from the bottom, now we here. We started from the bottom, and we'll show you how to get here. Started from the bottom, now we here. We started from the bottom, now we here.
We started from the bottom, now we're on the top. Teaching you the systems to get what we got. Colton Dixon's on the hooks, I break down the books. Z's bringing some wisdom and the good looks. As the father of five, that's why I'm a dive. So if you see my wife and kids, please tell them hi. It's the CNC up on your radio. And now 3, 2, 1, here we go.
We started from the bottom, now we here. We started from the bottom, and we'll show you.
Yes, 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 and yes, Thrive Nation, I am super excited for you to meet today's guest, Jason Beasley. Who do we have on the phone here with us? Oh, Jason, do I have you muted? Is it a passive aggressive?
I bring that kind of humor to the show.
Okay, so Jason, who do we have on the show? With
Oh
us?
man, well, it is my pleasure as a fellow Jason to introduce the one, the only Jason Lett.
Jason,
Good
what's
evening,
up, man?
guys.
How are you?
Jason, good to be with y'all tonight.
Oh man, back at you.
Okay, so you have recently hit a goal. I believe you had a goal when you reached out to us. Jason, how did you first originally hear about us there?
Well, I really don't remember. My brother, who I'm in business with, had talked to one of you guys, and he thought that it would be a good fit for our store. He runs one of our other businesses, and so to be honest, I don't really know.
Did you maybe find us through the podcast, or was it something else maybe?
I think it was something else. Someone reached out to him, I think. Maybe a friend of his knew about y'all and suggested it to him.
Oh, wow. Okay, cool. So, and then how long have you been a client working with us?
Right at a year and a half.
And where are you?
Right at 18 months. Yeah.
18 months. And where are you located?
We're in central Alabama in the beautiful city of Eclectic, which has a population of about 1,000 people. But our main attraction here is Lake Martin, Alabama.
It's beautiful.
Which is a beautiful recreational lake.
Now,
Right
tell
in
us
the center
about
of
Lake
Alabama.
Martin. Is it a big lake community? Are there a lot of boats, a lot of boaters? Tell us about the community.
Yeah, it is a really big community. There's 750 miles of shoreline around the lake. So there's lots of houses. Most of them are probably vacation or second homes. And a lot of boats. This year has, especially with everyone quarantining, there's no better place to quarantine than a rural recreational lake that's beautiful like this one is. And so there's 3 main communities around the lake. Eclectic has a population of about 1,000. Next to that, there's a city population of about 15,000, and then another one that's less than that, somewhere around 6 or 7. So we're very rural, out in the middle of the proverbial nowhere.
You know, if you we're in our coaching program, and James, you've been in our program for some time now, and you are an attorney.
That's right.
But I'm sure you've been to some conferences. Jason, you've been to conferences.
Got one coming up this week.
Right.
There are certain people that will come to the conference and will tell me, Clay, my coach, Jason Beasley, was phenomenal. And I'll go, well, why is he phenomenal? They said, he taught me your plan. He's helping me implement the plan. I love your guys' team. I love the plan you made for me. I love Jason's ability to help me down the plan. And they'll say, it's amazing. But yet other people, it's sad. It's not. I hate that it happens. But Jason, you'll have somebody that you'll be working with. Mm-hmm. None of your clients, but I mean, theoretically, we'll be working with somebody, and it just becomes abundantly clear that they don't want to do their homework.
True.
And so I'll call the client and nicely say, hey, I don't want to take your money if you're not going to implement the system. You know, because it isn't like a gym membership where I want to keep charging you even if you don't show up. It's not like a cable membership where I want to keep charging you if you don't actually watch it. I want to help you grow. We're all about implementation here within the Thrive Nation. So, Jason Beasley, I want to get your take. What makes the Lake Martin Mini Mall such a pleasure to work with, and why do you believe they've had so much success?
Oh, man, from day one, Jason's been a complete joy to work with. I mean, one, he's got the greatest name ever created. So that's a plus.
That's right.
But every time I call him, he answers on the first ring, and he is without a doubt the most optimistic client I have when he answers the phone. Now, no offense to any of my other clients, but nobody brings the energy like Jason. If I'm ever in a bad mood, which seldom am I am, but if I'm ever having like a crazy morning, the second he says good morning, I'm like, okay, let's rock. This is going to be good. But no, he's just hyper coachable. He asks a lot of really good questions. Everything he does is super intentional. And I mean, he is a good example of a great client because he reached out because he wanted help, even though he doesn't quite know how he heard about us. But he uses that constant need for growth and education towards his benefit. So, I mean, there hasn't been anything that I've thrown at him that he hasn't tackled with some level of just initial interest, but then also eventually mastery. Like, I mean, dude kills it.
So let's talk about it. Let's go over the changes, Jason, that you've made there at Lake Martin Mini Mall. We'll just start with the marketing. What have you done? What kind of marketing systems have you implemented that we've taught you so far?
Well, community events, just being involved, hosting community events, I guess I should say, is one of our big things that we do that people love. This year we've had to back that off some, but we plan on hitting it strong soon. What we've stopped is spending money on advertising that didn't work. I think that was just as important. Print ads, newspaper, magazine, local stuff that, you know, the way we've always done it, we got away from that and really focused on the Google reviews, content on Google, content on the website, social media content, YouTube content. All of those just wrapped up together seems to be a winning for us in our advertising.
So I want to break that down into a very specific steps or points that all of our listeners could implement. One, not spending money on non-effective advertising. Andrew, you work with a lot of great clients, and think about one of your favorite clients, a client in your mind here. What's one of your best clients when it comes to tracking where the leads come from? Because you know this. We coach a lot of clients, and when we work with real clients, you and I know what works and what doesn't. But if somebody's not tracking, there's no data to support that. Which one of your clients in your mind does a really great job of tracking?
I got a handful of them. I brag on them all the time, but Primo Trailers does a really good job at tracking. So they track how many trailers they're selling, their revenue, their profit margin, their accounts receivable, everything.
So it's not an opinion thing about what ads are working.
Right. Yeah, exactly. So if they do try a method of something, some sort of advertising or marketing, we can see pretty quick, within a certain time span whether or not it works.
Who else is doing a really good job tracking that you work with there, Andrew?
Yeah, Peak Business Valuation. So those guys kill it. So
Yep.
Ryan and Kelly, they do a great job at tracking. Their tracking sheet's pristine. It's great.
So you guys track there, Jason Beasley, when you're working with Lake Martin Mini Mall.
Oh, yeah.
Tell us about the kind of tracking. What kind of data do you guys look at, and what kind of data do you not look at?
Oh, man. So as far as his online ads right now, he's got some retargeting going. He's got some YouTube ads going.
Okay, got it.
And so we take a look at what's being spent each week on those. But we track the overall number of people visiting. So, I mean, he has it down to how many transactions they did that week.
Great.
How many customers came in.
Yeah.
He has everything broken down. He's not just like a sales guy. He's not like the gross sales. He breaks down his profit every single week. He breaks down his accounts receivables.
And that takes the emotion out of it right there. I mean, Lake Martin Mini Mall.
That's right.
Jason, when you are able to look at the data and know where people are coming from, how does that help you run your mini mall when you actually have the data in front of you?
Well, we can actually base it off of something that's true instead of just what we feel, which gets us in trouble a lot of times because I tended to have some emotional attachments to some old ways of doing things that weren't working. And I had to work through that, and Jason helped me to do that and get rid of those.
So you got those. One, you stop spending money on things that just don't work, advertising that doesn't work. 2, you've been diligently tracking. 3, you're creating that search engine optimization content. You're doing search engine optimization. Do you come up top in the local Google searches there, Jason, for your mini mall?
We do for many subjects or many keywords that we're targeting, and we're adding new ones.
What kind of keywords are you focusing on?
Lake Martin, outdoor furniture, Lake Martin shopping, Big Green Egg, outdoor living. Help me, Jason. What are some others that we do?
Things to do in Lake Martin.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
That's right.
So people stop by? That's great.
Oh, yeah, we have people just stop by just to just to spend a little time to get out of the house, or to have something to do.
Now, you're proactively getting reviews. Point number 4, you're getting those reviews. Again, 1, you've stopped wasting money on ads that don't work. 2, you're diligently tracking. 3, you're optimizing your website. 4, you're gathering those reviews. Point 5, I feel like you've systemized your company in a way where you have certain processes in place now where it's not random. Would you agree with that? Do you feel like the company's become more structured?
Very much so. To go along with that, this year our sales are, the goal that we just hit was huge, and our sales this year are way up, and we've done that with the same staff that we've had in previous years.
Wow.
And we were able to do that because, so there again, I'm saving money on payroll, not having to hire more people to do a bad system, but we've systemized things to improve the efficiency and the flow of our work there at the mini mall.
Well, how much have you grown as a percentage since we've started working with you? Did you know?
Off the top of my head, I'm not 100% sure. Probably in the 70% range. This year over last year, we've grown 60%. 2020 over same time and not 2019.
That's why we do what we do here. It's so great to hear of your success. And I know there's somebody out there on the outside who's not familiar with our program, and they're thinking about working with us. What have you? How has the team helped you, Jason? There with Lake Martin Mini Mall. How has our team? What are some of the things that our team does for you that you don't have to deal with because the team does it?
We've created a lot of checklists in our systemization, and they create all those for me. I give them the content to put in there. I don't have to think about how to arrange or do or whatever. I just throw the content at them, and they send it back in a beautiful format. Of course, all the online presence that we've gotten, we've grown into, they've helped with all of that. I don't have to worry about all of those things, and it's really taken a huge load off. And just accountability through talking to our coach once a week. I think that's as big a thing for me is having that accountability to know that somebody's going to be on my head if I don't have my work done by the Wednesday morning.
I just can't speak highly enough about well-orchestrated personal training for fitness, having a detail-oriented accountant to help you stay on top of your books, having a pastor who knows what he's talking about to illuminate God's word in the Bible, having a great landscaper who keeps your property looking good. Whenever you can find somebody that can do what you that can help you be your best, that can help you push you to be your best, or that can help you do things you don't want to do, I think that's the real value of coaching, is having somebody push you, but also having a team that helps you. Because, I suppose I could spend my whole day mowing my lawn and becoming a master craftsman of how to mow a lawn, becoming a landscaping expert, but instead I just hire somebody else to do it. And you could probably, Jason, go back to school and study how to become a coder, but instead you've hired us to do it. What kind of person in your mind would be a good fit for our coaching program there, based upon your experience working with us over there at Lake Martin Mini Mall?
Well, I think any business would benefit from the coaching program from you guys. So the ones that are going to fit well are the ones that are going to be willing to change and to do some introspective work to change not only our business, but change myself and how I do things. So just knowing that I've got to put in the work at the end of the day, you can tell me, you can coach me all you want, but if I don't put in the work, then it's not going to see the results.
Jason, have you spent a lot of time, Jason Beasley, have you spent a lot of time here with Lake Martin Mini Mall focusing on the actual retail experience at all, or have you guys not tackled that? Or?
Oh, yeah. So that was one of the big things that he didn't brag on himself for this year is they've done like a complete overhaul of the image. Like they had a really cool spot before. Like, you've been to Grumpy's Garden here, right?
Yeah.
So picture that on steroids. That's Lake Martin. They've got chimeneas and fountains and pottery.
Oh, tell me more.
All this. Yeah, you would love it. Like you would seriously love this place. It would be like Camp Clark, number 2. But they've got all this really cool stuff outside. Well, then Jason decided, what would make this building pop? Let's slap a fresh coat of paint on it that's going to contrast with our logo to really stand out. And then he went crazy and just decided to build this big, a pavilion, and then like this awesome like handcrafted wood entryway. And if I'm not mistaken, you guys did that all yourselves, right?
That's right.
Yeah. And so he's just created this awesome like exterior, and then when you walk in, the way that they have Lake Martin set up is super intentional. Like it makes you want to wander around. It reminds me of Hobby Lobby, but like niche.
I'm looking at the images here, and I want to go there now.
I'm telling you, man, you'd love it.
I want to set my cares aside, and I want to just go there now. It's great. How long have you been there, Jason? How long has Lake Martin Mini Mall been there?
The mini mall's been there for over 20 years. We have been there since 2013, so a little over 7 years.
Wow.
And something you just said is one of our goals. You said, I want to set my cares aside and go. And that's what our customers, that's what we want to make them feel like when they come inside, that there's no worries, there's no COVID going on, there's none of that craziness going on outside. You're in a space that's just normal. And we take all the worry and the work out of shopping for the products we have.
Now, what's your website there, Jason?
LakeMartinCubes.com. QUBED. LakeMartinCubes.com.
Now, Jason, the note. Andrew, shoot me an email on this. I want to make sure we knock it out. We need to get a 360 tour of your location there on the Google map. We've got the ability now to edit those for you. We can do that, and we have not yet done that with you, but I'd like to get that done because it really is a magical location and experience there.
Yeah.
Jason with Lake Martin Mini Mall, I'm going to give you the final word. What maybe is a word of encouragement or a word of advice you'd like to share with the 500,000 Thrive listeners out there?
Don't stop at good. There's always something better around the corner. Just keep going and push for the best. Good enough is the evil of best, is the enemy of the best, rather.
That is so true. Brother, thank you so much for joining us on today's edition of the Thrive Time Show. And folks, if you're out there today, don't think that success is for other people. Everybody out there, you have the capacity and the tenacity to have success. But I don't know, Andrew, if you've ever had this thought before, but do you and your wife ever make recipes?
Make recipes. I don't think I have.
Do you ever follow recipes?
I do follow recipes.
Okay, there we go.
But I mean, you don't ever make recipes.
Right.
I'll tell you what, if you wanted to make a recipe, you could find a lot of crazy ways to make some cookies that taste like crap. I mean,
It would be very bad.
I mean, James, you drive a nice vehicle.
Yeah,
and whenever your vehicle needs to be repaired, have you ever thought about, you know what? I'm going to handcraft and create my own muffler. Why buy something that they have available? I want to reinvent the muffler.
I've never had that thought.
Jason, have you ever thought, when your vehicle gets a flat tire, I just want to reinvent the wheel?
I mean, it'd be cheaper, but no, I just go to like a Firestone.
Have you ever gone to Lowe's to look for a car and they say, sir, can I help you? And you say, yeah, I'm picturing something with 4 wheels with a combustion engine that will get me from A to B. And the guy says, you mean a car? Because we're not a car dealership. No, I want the components needed to make a car.
No, I just tell them I'm a big fan of the Waterboy, so I want the Bobby Boucher special.
You get what I'm saying, though.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
I mean, there's part of the human jackassery where we feel the need to reinvent the wheel and to win style points by everything is original. We're the only one who's ever done it. But to grow a business, it's scalable. It's doable. It is proven. It works time and time again. And we just encourage you to get out to one of our next in-person Thrive Time Show workshops or schedule a 13-point assessment today, because the reason why we do this is because of the Lake Martin mini malls out there. These great people. It's an honor to serve you. We're so excited for you. And with that, I think we're gonna give you a round of applause. There we go. 70% growth, baby.
Yeah.
Yes. Jason, thank you for joining us here on today's edition of the Thrive Time Show, and I hope you have a wonderful fall at the Lake Martin Mini Mall.
He'll be seeing us at the
We
conference.
certainly will.
Are you coming this week to the
Yeah.
conference?
I'm coming this week.
Oh, yes. Woo! That deserves some cowbell. I had no idea.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Gosh, I was excited for this show, but now I'm more excited. I feel like, Santa? Santa? This is so great. I can't wait to see you.
Look forward to seeing you guys. Thank y'all for what you do.
Hey, take care, brother. Bye.
Yes, sir.
And now, without any further ado, 3, 2, 1, boom!